Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. Every so often you see a movie that balances that perfect combination between being comedic and being poignant. This is a movie. It's called St Vincent, and part of the reason is the star right here, Bill Murray. Congratulations. I absolutely just adored this movie. Can you talk a little bit about when you get a script and you see this character unfolding? Where he is on page 1 is different than when he is on the last page. How interesting was that for you as an actor to go through that arc?
Well, I don't know, when I hear arc, the burglar alarms go off in my neighborhood, but you hope someone grows, and if you're telling a story, you want to engage people, you want to interest them in the people involved in your story, and you want to see something happen to them. You want to see what happens when they collide. There's some great characters in this movie, some great actors, Naomi Watts and Melissa McCarthy, Chris Dowd. There's some very good people, and it's a first-time director who wrote his own screenplay, and there's a young man, a young kid in it, Jaden, who is just wonderful. And what am I saying? I'm babbling a little bit, but I like this movie because there's people to root for in this movie. There's people that are like people that we know. There's people that are people like us, that they're not crazily drawn people. They really exist. These people are in the world, and so you can engage in it. And they have the kinds of problems that ordinary people have with family and marriage and children and work and life.
Are you a good neighbor? Because that's part of the essence of the film. Do you have those neighborly qualities?
Well, I'm my own kind of neighbor. I try not to complain about my neighbors. I think that's the number one thing, is not complain. And to be available if there's ever any trouble. But if I don't complain about other people, I generally I believe live and let live, and when we need each other, we will come together. We need each other all the time. But when there's a higher need or an intense need, it's easy to come to. It's easy to come through that way if you just sort of stay available.
What I love too is the sequence when you're teaching the little boy, and I don't want to give too much away, about how to defend himself, that it's an important rite of passage, so to speak. Being a father, did you have to go through that with your own kids too?
Well, I had to go through it with my brothers. So I learned how to defend my life with my brothers. With my own sons, well, there's a time in your life, and it's something that's been told in a lot of stories about how to defend yourself when people take advantage of you physically when you're a child. So it's always kind of amusing to see how that gets taught, because it's obviously not a way to live a life. But there's a moment in your life where you have to defend your life. You have to defend it physically at some point. You have to defend it emotionally at another point. And it takes the same kind of courage that says, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. It's symbolic, and in childhood it really happens maybe only once. And it happens, and then you see what it is, and you see, as often as not, you become friends with the kid you busted in the nose.
Well, first of all, I cannot thank you enough. A terrific performance. And when you go see this movie, do not leave when you think it's over. Stay for the closing credits, because you're going to witness a moment with your character that is absolutely priceless.
Thank you.
So really, but Bill Murray, thank you so much.
Okay.
Terrific.
Thanks.
And this is Scott Orlin. Until next time.
Okay. Take care.